Alright, y'all. Let's get into this video, dog. First of all, today's video is gonna be a little bit different because I'm gonna be talking about like some stuff that's going on in the Matrix. But of course, I'm still gonna be talking about like the spiritual journey, of course. Um, bruh, when you know better and you don't do better, I feel like stuff hits a little bit harder for people who just know better. Like if you know better, or if you know like, okay, like, man, I ain't supposed to do this, or I ain't supposed to be eating this. The more you train your body to steer from constantly releasing or eating a lot of food or gluttony or things of that nature, the more like you train your body to do that. But when you have different small relapses, or oh man, I just want to relax, take my foot off the gas pedal for a little bit and let me just relax and whatever, it's a weekend. You already know. First of all, America, or I would say the English language in itself, bruh, it literally tells you, if you're not careful, it literally tells you what type of vibration to be in based on like when you say like, oh, it's the weekend, or it's a Monday, or it's a Tuesday, or it's a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe it or not, it affects the subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is mystical, mysterious. It still hasn't been fully understood, like by science. They don't even know where we actually operate from. You know what I'm saying? Where our minds actually exist at. I don't even think it's a physical place. But with that being said, based on the days that we experience, it affects what type of pattern we're gonna be in. If it's a weekend, more than likely, you gonna do some low vibrational things, or things that are like seems to be like relaxing or whatnot. Like, and this is just to like the general population. That's just what it is. On the weekend, you're supposed to relax because throughout the week you're working. All your life force energy is either being utilized by some large entity, or you are an entrepreneur and you have to deal with a lot of different personalities, different frequencies, things of that nature. With all that being said, bro, there's a lot that be going on in the unseen realms, and whatever is usually unspoken about, but yet in a way where it's like people will still act in a certain frequency, bro. Like that's kind of like what keeps this reality together, keeps a certain, I'd say, keep a certain like a paradigm in existence. And it's complex, bro. It's complex, it's deep. That's some esoteric shit that I just actually spoke on. But without saying too much, bro, like, let's get into the video, bro. 3-minute intro, which is crazy. But so with that being said, bro, the things that we eat, you already know. Let's get spiritual real quick, and then I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff, including the New York Knicks beating the Boston Celtics. I'll tell you guys how I feel about that personally. I'm a Heat lifer. I'm a Miami Heat fan, so I'm definitely conflicted. I was conflicted with who to root for, but of course, within the Matrix, everything it's a show, bro. It's a show. Lights, camera, action, 24/7. Okay, and you got different types of shows, within series, within movies, within documentaries, my nigga. Like, you are a walking, talking documentary right now, literally, whether you know it or not. So, but yeah, let's get spiritual real quick. So, last night, I barely got any sleep. The reason why I barely got any sleep is because, I've been fasting from a lot of things that I usually use. Now, when it comes to like light drinking, like drinking a beer here or there, or whatever you guys choose to indulge in, drinking coffee, whatever, that also plays a huge role on, how we sleep, what time we wake up, the type of vibration we are in, whether or not we want to communicate with people, whether or not, we feel fulfilled. It's literally always a chain reaction. So usually when you are letting go of a lot of the stuff that like stimulates your mind and stimulates your brain, you get access to I would say like a realm of life force energy that was always yours. It was always yours, but you actually feel it within your body. You feel it within the body you feel it within your thoughts, you feel it within your mind gets super creative, because again, nothing is stimulating it, so you have to, essentially come up with your own stimulation, or come up with your own way of, like, entertaining yourself or whatnot. So that's why sometimes when people would be like, oh, I'm gonna take a break from smoking, or I'm gonna take a break from drinking, when they get into like day 4 or day 5, they don't know who the fuck they is. You feel me? Because like you've been in a certain frequency, which affects the type of person you are, and that's what you are familiar with. So once you alleviate, the bad eating, and take a break from, doing a lot of drinking and stuff like that, you are transforming yourself. You are becoming a new person. You are literally not the same. You are not the same up. Every single day, you change. You're not the same person, bro. Every single day, bro. And it's literally based on how we manage our energy, mainly what we eat, because what we eat goes within the body. That's gonna directly affect our emotions. And from there, bro, like, again, dog, like you'll easily be controlled, or, you know what I'm saying? If you are eating right, and if you are in the right type of frequency, if you are, fasting, you're talking to God or whatnot, you're gonna be in a totally different frequency, where it's like, I like it, and I like the growth, but it's not so familiar as of yet. So in other words, what I'm saying is, like, being at the top, or once you get to the top of your game, and once you get to once you beat a certain addiction or whatnot, you get to a level where it's like, damn, bro, I feel accomplished, but this territory is so unfamiliar. Because it's very unfamiliar, because again, this is new. Like, you're a brand new person, you have brand new habits. At this time, during this day, you would be usually sleep, but instead of sleeping, you're actually up, because you have more life force energy based on you taking a break from whatever vices we've been using. That's what life is, dog. Like, low key, when I see people live their life, bro, everybody got different types of vices, bro. Everybody, that's what it is. I don't care who you are, what background you have a certain ritual, frequency, or a pattern that you do every week, right? So last night, what I experienced was, I had 2 main lucid dreams, right? Both dreams were terrible. All of my quote unquote fears, all of my everything that I was fearful of, guilty of, shameful of, everything that I ever experienced within this realm that was just terrible for me, I experienced it in my lucid dream last night. Two of them. And whenever I have a bad lucid dream, the police is always showing up, bro. Always. I don't know why. So I didn't get much rest, and I actually had to watch my father, you know what I'm saying, because we can't, like, essentially, we don't want to leave him, like, sleeping alone type shit. I've been helping out my parents. If you guys know the backstory, you feel me, my dad, like, he suffered from 2 bad strokes last year, and he's just now recovering. He's not able to walk. He can still talk or whatnot, but he's not able to do a lot of the stuff that he used to do. That, you know what I'm saying, and it's crazy, you feel me, it's tough. And so it's almost like the type of frequency that like, I guess the universe or God wants me to be in. It's almost like I'm becoming a parent, because I'm literally taking care of my father, or helping out taking care of my father. You know what I'm saying? So my mind was, like, just kind of all over the place last night, you know what I'm saying? And the main reason why I had, like, terrible lucid dreams, guess what, bro? It's been a minute since, basically, I ate a bunch of random stuff yesterday, and I think one of the things had pork in it. And religiously, they always say, if you are, like, I don't know what religion. If you are Muslim, you know, obviously you're not supposed to be eating pork. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the worst things you can eat. And I see why. And that's the thing about it, bro. I've trained my body. I've been going to the gym. I've been hitting the sauna. I haven't stopped or alleviated all of my bad habits, but I see them dying. Like, I literally see them disappearing because I'm putting my body in a different frequency. I'm putting my body in a different pattern. You know, working out and staying active is a good way to help yourself out, become not only just emotionally intelligent, but actually, you know, experience good emotions. You know, you walk around confident. You walk around with a different type of physique. Literally walking around the block 2 or 3 times, bro. It can do a lot for you, even though it's so simple, but it can do a lot for you. So basically, the 2 lucid dreams that I had was terrible. Remember damn near every fucking detail. But I eventually got like maybe an hour or 2 of sleep. And then when I got up, I realized like what type of pattern and what type of frequency I've been experiencing over the past like 3 to 4 days. And I've actually been talking to this one particular young lady. She's a friend of mine, and she's able to see like how drastic, you know, the change is, as far as like me communicating with her, as far as me like having more energy to be more creative in how I express myself. I started becoming a little bit more active on Facebook, and you know, if you guys follow my Instagram too, you know what I'm saying, like you know, I always post stuff on my story. And usually when I'm active on, you know, social media when I like that, like it's telling as fuck, bro, because again, I'm not using anything. I'm not using no vices. The only vice that I'm literally using is the phone, the device. The phone is a device, which is crazy. The English language, bro. So, and with me expressing my energy through, you know, communicating with different people and like online, interacting with a lot of, you know, women on my Facebook, I learned a lot about myself. I learned like how women perceive me and what they think of me, or like, I guess the energy I project. And it's so, to me, it's so like it's just funny, bro. Like when you are really yourself and yourself to the core, some people are gonna like you. Some people are gonna think that you're a sweetheart. Some people are gonna think that you're a fucking asshole. Some people are gonna think that you're misogynistic and ignorant. Some people are gonna find you to be very funny and thoughtful. You can't win from it's like you can't win from losing, low key, bro. I had one particular female on my Facebook. She literally said that my stuck-up attitude and ways annoys her, and she wants me to leave her alone. Which I don't live. I have no problem leaving y'all where y'all at. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't rock with my energy. But I'm not trying to play the blame game or anything. But like, it seems as though like when you how should I put this, bro? Because I didn't feel offended or anything, but it's just like, bro, nobody really knows who I am, bro. Like, people will judge you based off like posts online. I literally said, I made a post the other day. I said, bro, a lot of y'all females on here, bro, y'all just nothing but pictures, videos, and numbers and letters. That's it. Y'all really don't even really exist to me, because half of y'all have been through a lot of trauma. And, you know, you're at this point where, you know, it seems as though like a lot of women, especially a lot of women online, they don't even want to date no more. They don't even want to date. They don't want to connect with guys and you know, see what's good, because it's always, everybody always has an end goal. Everybody always has like an agenda. Everybody's always manipulating everybody. People are always debating about like who's the prize. Like, I seen one nigga say, oh, you niggas think that you the prize, and that's the problem. And I reshared the post. I was like, man, listen, bro, at this point in time, because I actually took a break from Facebook for a while, but you know, coming back, I'm still seeing the same arguments about, you know, the gender war, who's the prize, and everybody's still saying the same shit. And people seem less happy online. People seem a lot like, I see a lot of women go through, you know, I'm gonna be by myself. I'm leaving this dude. Oh, nobody don't love me, and it's crazy. It's crazy because a lot of times people will go online and not only would they want attention, but you know, it's almost like a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I actually kind of witnessed like online. But going back to like how people may perceive you based on how you manage your energy, ain't nobody really gonna truly know you unless like they live with you, unless y'all have experiences day to day. If you guys work in a mutual area, you will only be known by your habits. Okay, you'll only be known by your habits and how you think, but nobody's truly gonna really know who you are, because we're multidimensional beings. Like, on this channel, I'm Moody Starr. On Facebook, yes, you know, it may still say Moody Starr, but like like, I had another female, right? She is very attractive, very spiritual. She commented on one of my posts, and she basically said, I don't know how we got into this conversation, but she basically said, hey, maybe you need to work on like how you talk and what you say, because it seems as though like your posts come off as very, you know, slick, asshole-ish. You seem bitter, you seem mad, and it's like, if y'all judge me based off of that, then that's the issue right there. Because a lot of y'all may see certain posts, and I spoke on this 2-3 years ago, and it's kind of, and like I said, certain things will just never fucking change, bro. But basically, if y'all don't take the time out to see what I do on YouTube, for example, and I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect, because I'm not. The only reason why I even have a YouTube channel is because I had plenty of addictions. I had a bunch of addictions, and I was fucked up in life. So in order for me to help myself, instead of like, you know, because I tried therapy, but therapy is expensive. You gotta have decent insurance, like real therapy, not no like just sit down and talk to a motherfucker and then okay, their time is up and then you go. Like actual real therapy, or a psychiatrist or whatnot, which I still might invest in the future. But like, as men, we don't have access like that. We have more access to low vibrational shit than we do to therapists. 100 men versus one therapist, which is funny. So instead of me depending on like the world to help me and save me, I said, I gotta save myself. I gotta take control. I gotta like speak on, you know, what's on my mind and shit, because every time when I retain my energy, every time when I go on a fast, every time when I alleviate and I stop a lot of the bullshit that sometimes I tend to participate in, it feels literally lonely at the top. And then I also have all this creative energy and just so many messages to share with the world. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, like before YouTube, I knew that I was gonna make videos and shit like that, but I didn't know how to articulate myself the right way. But I had to, like, you know, go into a certain profession. I started waiting. I started being a waiter, basically, being a server or whatnot. That actually helped with me articulating myself. That was a skill that I'm glad that I picked up. But basically, bro, I realized that, like, you know, it's very healthy actually to get a lot of stuff off of your mind and get a lot of stuff off of your chest and not keep it within the mental realm, because your mind can get cluttered with so much stuff. Like, you're being bombarded by so many things: the NBA playoffs, the MLB, hard rock betting, parlays, chicks hitting you up, or you meeting up with chicks, or somebody's birthday party, or somebody's anniversary. There's always some shit that's happening in our lives. So that's why I say my videos are essentially me journaling, because I feel like it's very healthy to journal. And it doesn't matter what problem you fucking have, bro. Like, again, I'm not sitting here judging anybody, bro. You feel me? And the more shit that I go through is the more that I actually start to understand the world, or even understand people who are in like lower vibrations than me. And the thing about it is that people, they don't have to stay in those vibrations. You feel me? But everybody has like, free will. So the thing about what I realized when I've been, because I've been interacting with a lot of women as of recent, not meeting up or anything like that, but it's strictly, just social media, just sharing ideas. I'm super creative. Like, you become so creative, bro. Like, you didn't even know that you had game or Riz. I like to still call it game or whatever. You have so much hidden inside you, bro. But you gotta like literally give yourself time to build up that energy. And once you build up that energy, you're gonna see like you're super creative, you're super talented, you can do anything that you want to do. It's actually almost fucking scary, because you become closer and closer to like being that beacon of light, or being that light, or being that man, being that guy, being him. You become closer and closer. It's just like, damn, this shit's a little bit unfamiliar, but like, nigga, this is who you was the whole time before you started drinking, smoking, and getting polluted with the world. Like, one full circle moment, right? Another young lady that commented on one of my posts, actually, I don't even know, hopefully she don't, who knows? She's married. First of all, she's happily married or whatnot. Shout out to her, bro. She's one of the most attractive women that I ever seen in my fucking life. And me and her, we went to the same elementary school. She was bad. She's bad now. But, back then, elementary school, whatnot. We were in we had the same class. I think usually the kids, once you go to homeroom, you stay with that same group because, they had different subjects and whatnot. Nigga, she was my first kiss, bro. She gave me my first kiss, bro. And it was, I still remember it like it was yesterday, because even as kids, this is why you can't put nothing past like the younger generation. The younger generation, it's motherfuckers right now that's watching my shit that's like 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old, 17 years old. And it's like, it's because we have so much access to, the internet and stuff like that, right? So, homegirl that gave me my first kiss, I remember like it was yesterday. We was right beside, it was during PE, Norland Elementary, by the water fountain, and it just happened. And it organically happened, right? Nigga, we in kindergarten, bro. Not kindergarten, I take that back, because I don't want y'all thinking that I was going crazy when I was legit. But like, I think it was like our third grade, still third, fourth grade, one of them grades, right, where y'all start to, she gave me my first kiss. And how we bonded was through laughter and telling jokes. Her laugh was so goofy. It was like the goofiest laugh that but it was like, I don't give a fuck, dog. That's my dog. Like, we used to joke all the fucking time. So fast forward to now, I think I saw her face. I think she's in one of my suggested friends on Facebook, and I'm like, damn, bro, that's the homegirl from years ago? I sent a little friend request or whatnot, but then I also looked at her profile and I seen that she was married, she got 3 kids, she's a singer, she's successful. All right, cool, whatever. I ain't think she was gonna add me, but she did. And she commented on a couple of my posts, and like, I think one post, like, she's still the same. And this is the thing about it, bro. Full circle moment, dog. Like, she's still the same, like, person at heart, and like down to her core, where she still enjoys to laugh. She loves to laugh. She loves to tell jokes. She's very humorous. And when I seen that, like, she commented when I'm like, damn, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I responded, and just kept it all online. There's no DMing like, hey, how you been? What's up with the da-da-da-da? There's none of that, because again, like, I ain't trying to disrespect anybody's relationship or marriage. But long story short, seeing that and experiencing that kind of reminded me of my old self, and kind of reminded me of like, damn, I used to be that nigga before all this shit, bro. before all the stuff being a grown up and experiencing sex and experiencing all this stuff, like before, I was always happy. I was always telling jokes, and you know, to see somebody from my past still kind of have that same energy, because again, life will put people through so much stuff, and again, you don't know who you are after, you know, years of abusing whatever, you know what I'm saying? So really feel like I'm getting into that rebirth type of moment where it's like I'm becoming older and wiser, but at the same time, it's like I am using my life force energy to still summon my inner child and just still try to keep things as light as possible. Now, a lot of people, again, people are gonna y'all gonna perceive me a certain way. Everybody I can't tell y'all what to believe or whatever the case may be. And you know what I'm saying? Personally, that's on y'all. I don't think about the next man and what y'all got going on and shit like that. If I'm speaking to somebody, or if I see a comment, I'm literally taking that as like, okay, is this gonna help me in my life? Cool. If it's not, then I just move past it. That's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, when you cut back on a lot of stuff, you realize who you are at heart, like down to like your inner child. You cannot lose that. You cannot lose that at all. You want to keep that like in the front of your brain. Like, of course, you're a grown man. Maybe, you know, you got 2-3 kids. You got to provide. You got to work. Because I know what a trap is. It's traps everywhere, nigga. Like, if you do 9 to 5, if you do try to do this, it's traps every fucking where. I ain't trying to scare y'all, but we got to be aware. And I'm aware. And this time going around, even if I'm going to do like the 9 to 5 route, at least I know what my aim is. You feel me? Because I know, like, okay, I want to set myself free financially, and I also want to give myself time to grow spiritually. I want to learn more about the spiritual side of, like, you know, living. You know, I've done a lot of experiments in the Matrix, you know, trying different drinks, different drugs and shit like that. You feel me? And none of that ever will really serve me in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Everything is always fucking temporary. You feel me? So I guess, like, I want to say, like, I'm getting to that stage where it's like monk mode, because even like with the dating scene is terrible. So like, y'all niggas ain't really missing shit. Okay, we ain't really missing shit. You feel me? The more you work on yourself spiritually, and the more like you tap in, you work out, you eat healthy, I say the more you become. What? Did y'all see, homeboy? Niggas is all up in my video, bro. Nigga Jit was like, y'all tripping, man. Y'all be nosy as hell. But anyway, yeah, shit, y'all ain't really missing nothing out there in the Matrix, bro. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to still exercise your life force energy by communicating with people. It is healthy. And then when you communicate with women and you don't talk about sex, you can learn so much, bro. Y'all niggas need to get this shit through your head. You feel me? Like, I've been stopped approaching women on the sexual tip, dog, because it's like, that's all they experience, bro. Don't get me wrong. Some of them will go for it. Some of them is about that life. But it's like, do you want to continue to keep experiencing the same things over and over again, or do you actually want to elevate yourself? Do you actually want to learn? Because even if you don't have a successful relationship, you can still gain a lot of knowledge from seeing seeing how women think, seeing what gets their emotions going. Homegirl that I'm talking to, my homegirl that's a friend, which is actually, it's a complicated situation, and maybe I talk about that in the next video, because I'm actually kind of like ashamed a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. Some of y'all niggas might look at me and be like, damn, bro, like you going out bad, bro. Like, talking to this chick and in her situation, like, damn, bro. But again, I'm not even looking at shit from a sexual standpoint. It's more so like, what kind of information can I gain and what can I learn that's going to help me in the long run. So that way, when I do, encounter my next, high vibrational woman, like, I don't totally lose myself within the relationship, but, I still grow. Essentially, we want to grow and we want to have a good time. Girls just want to have fun. Guys, literally, all we want to do is just grow and provide. And when I say provide, not being a simp, but provide in the sense like, okay, we want to provide for a woman who deserves this shit. You feel me? And not somebody that's gonna use us and you know what I'm saying, gaslight us. Their minds are wired different from ours, so like we will never truly understand women. I don't think women would truly understand men. But at the end of the day, bro, if we want to continue to keep ushering new souls into this realm of reality, you know what I'm saying, we have to learn as much as we can about the opposite sex, like G shit. But outside of that, bro, I guess I'm gonna end the video here. It's been 30 minutes and shit, so I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. But if you made it to the end of the video, bro, you the GOAT. MGT, what it do? It's your boy Moody Starr, back again with another video. If you new, you already know what to do, man. Become a subscriber, like the video, and join MGT. This is a channel where I like to highlight current events and talk about my spiritual walk here in this beautiful, fucked up, sideways ass matrix. Now, first of all, I gotta say a special shout out to anybody that's holding on to your energy, going within and being high vibrational. Here at MGT, this is what we do. We work on ourselves every single day. Intro for the outro. Oh, damn, my bad. All right, so this is the bonus part of the video, because I know I said I was going to be spiritual and then I was going to talk about like the matrix side of what's been going on. Obviously, Facebook, we're not. But in the realm of sports, we got the New York Knickerbockers against the Boston J Celtics. The Knicks put on a beat down on the Celtics. Spoiler alert. I don't know if you've been following or not. And again, I'm a Heat fan, and I felt some type of way about the Knicks and the Celtics playing against each other. I'm actually more of a Knick hater than I am a Celtics hater because of what the Knicks did to me in 1999, when the motherfuckers made me cry when Allen Houston hit that lucky ass Florida jump shot. I cried as a kid, bro. That shit broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? Was it in 99 or 2000? I think it was one of them, 98, 99. Anytime we played the Knicks, bro, and we lose against the Knicks, it was bad, bro. So whenever we beat the Knicks, bro, it was like Christmas. You feel me? So seeing the Knicks actually beat, I guess, the newer rival, which we call the Celtics now, like over the past 5 to 6, 7 years, we've been dealing with the Celtics in the East. And, we had our, the rivalry became a thing. I was conflicted. With that being said, Knicks, Pacers, Eastern Conference Finals, congratulations to both cities and both teams. Well, now, New York, listen, you New York niggas, okay? This is the Matrix side of the video, bro. I ain't talking about no spiritual shit no more. You cut the video off if you want to, but this is the Matrix side. Nigga, you New York niggas, you Tim wearing ass niggas. Boy, I tell you, bro, y'all celebrating like y'all won a championship. I mean, it has been 25 years since y'all been to the conference finals, so that's a long time. That's a long time that y'all been trash. So I guess I could see y'all, being so excited about it, but like, we gonna see what happens. I think it's gonna be a good series. I think it might go 7. Seeing the Pacers in the NBA Finals, I don't know. Tyrese Halliburton, what the Halliburton? I don't know. He's an okay player. People saying that he's like overrated and shit like that. I don't know if he's overrated. I think he's properly rated, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't do nothing too flashy. He just does what he needs to do to help his team win. But like when you talk about the Pacers, they gonna push the ball. They gonna score a lot. They gonna push the ball on makes or misses. So the Knicks, they will have their hands full. But Jalen Brunson. The only reason why I'm even speaking on the Knicks is because of Jalen Brunson, bro. Brunson, I respect him, bro, since when he was playing in Dallas. So That's the only reason why I even respect or even acknowledge the New York Knicks. The fan base, the New York Knicks colors, New York itself, I don't care for, bro. I don't. I got a lot of love for like people from Brooklyn and maybe Queens or that's about it. Maybe Brooklyn. But outside of that, y'all niggas is the most cockiest, loud motherfuckers on the face of the planet. I told you this is the Matrix side of the video. You can cut the shit off. But we gonna see. On the West, I'm actually going for OKC. OKC is in a huge battle. If they can get past Joker, which is the jack of all trades, this nigga, he does everything. If they can get past Denver, I want to see SGA get a ring, bro. I like when a young team is like really good, and people still have doubts about a young team being so good. But it's like I want to see somebody new win a ring. You feel me? And we gonna see what happens if they can get past Denver. Ant-Man and the Timberwolves. That's a good. I want to say those are. That's a good team. I don't know if Ant-Man is like. I don't even know what to say because he's low-key kind of been a little bit inconsistent. He has some big games and whatnot, but again, like y'all already know what the Timberwolves been through to get to where they at right now. I'd be happy if he did make it to the finals, dog. Ant-Man is a cool dude. He's like a people person type vibe, so I wouldn't be mad. What else? What's going on in the Matrix, bro? Oh yeah, this whole Diddy case, bro. I'm so sick of it. I'm so tired of it, bro. Even my mom is like in the mix. Like she's like listening to different YouTubers talk about the case of Diddy and what really happened and the celebrity gossip and all that shit. It's crazy. The stuff that I heard that's coming from the case is some crazy shit. But I think they're purposely putting this on blast because they want to put it in people's minds that like, a freak off or whatnot is like. Because when you hear about the stuff that Diddy and Cassie was doing, it was crazy, right? So they're putting these mental images in people's minds, and you're seeing it online and stuff like that, and people are propagating the shit, and it's just like nothing is gonna fucking change, bro. Like people are slowly, dare I say it, people are slowly becoming desensitized. And the more outlandish stuff that you hear, it's the more that like subconsciously we start to accept like, well, shit, nigga, we been knew Diddy was on some Diddy shit, or we been knew about the freak offs and different celebrities are a part of it now and all that shit. So it's like we have to be careful of what we pay attention to, man, for real. What we pay attention to can directly affect like how we live our life. Crazy enough, you'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? When life pushes people to a certain edge and to a certain point where it's like they feel like they have nothing to live for, or they feel like, oh, I've been trying this for a long time, man, I want to get into the industry, what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? People will get to that point and it's crazy as fuck, bro. That's another way how people can lose themselves. And I ain't trying to make this too spiritual because this is the Matrix side of the video, but yeah, bro. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing that shit. It is what it is. Final thoughts before I end the video. Shout out to the Power Universe. If you are a part of the Power Universe, then shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? I've been a part of the Power Universe for over 10 years. And the Raising Kanan series just finished. And they say the season finale was it kind of fell flat. And to me, I don't really care. I just like good acting and I like good dialogue. And I like the only reason why I even watch Power, even though it has a lot of drug usage and a lot of just bad shit, you have to like actually see past that and actually understand that that is kind of a reality. But it's a lot more cleaner since it's on camera. But basically, the whole storyline and all that with Raising Kanan and all that shit, they're still building it up because Power never ends. They're getting ready to start Power book 4 or 5, Power Origins, where we find out like how Tommy and Ghost came to be and shit like that. So they introduced Breeze. The actor that's playing Breeze, it's the same dude from Spider-Man and shit. So we gonna see Miles Morales or whatever the fuck his name was. So we gonna see, bro. I like good acting. I like good dialogue, and I like lessons that they drop. And they be dropping a lot of gems and shit. You feel me? So did Kanan kill Rock? I don't think so. Power is famous for, you know, leaving niggas with a cliffhanger and shit like that. So I don't think he actually killed her. We gonna see what's good with that. Marvin is on his way out. Jukebox, she's about to become a beast. So but yeah, that's about it, bro. Like that's some of the that's some of the shit that I be tuning into. I don't really watch shows or movies like that, but nigga, I am in the Power universe, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That's one of my damn vices. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I just try to keep a balance with, you know, not watching too much of it, of course. And the other day I randomly watched Set It Off. That shit brought back memories, my nigga. That's a great movie. That shit almost, I knew what the fuck was gonna happen, and that shit damn near almost brought me to tears still, nigga. Set It Off. That's a good movie too. Movies in itself, depending on what you watch, there's always has some truth behind it. It always has some esoteric knowledge behind it. They always drop something subliminal all the fucking time. So you have to raise your awareness. If you are going to watch anything, if you're going to watch movies, or if you're going to watch Power series, anything like that, make sure you put on your esoteric glasses and your spiritual eyes, and you see like beyond the bullshit. You feel me? Because there's always a lesson to be learned. But other than that, bro, if you made it to this part of the video, bro, then you really just fuck with my energy, and I fuck with y'all too, bro. 40 minutes and counting. But I'm gonna end the video for today, bro. If you guys like this form of content, when I drop my spiritual and then do the Matrix, if y'all want me to keep it all in one video, let me know. If y'all don't care for all the NBA talk or show talk, let me know, because that way I'm gonna just make a separate channel where I'm just strictly talking about that, and we can keep it strictly spiritual. But other than that, bro, it's me, boy, Moody Starr. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video, bro. Peace.